What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Warframe. And today we're looking at what is possibly my new favorite primary in the game, Tiberon Prime, which was added just this past week, this last Tuesday. Before we get into that, though, I am still sick. I'm getting over it. Probably a couple more days of scratchy voice and coughing, but we'll get there. Anyway, I'm going to show off my builds here. Now, I do have 3 different builds for the Tiberon Prime, and I will say that they all include 2 Forma. Now, if you're going for the Tiberon Prime, you're probably going to have some Forma to spare, and these builds are definitely worth it. I have one that's centered around Hunter Munitions, mainly, which is like a high crit. I have another one that, if you don't have Hunter Munitions yet, you can build the weapon for status, and I'll show you how to do that. And the third build is kind of a all-out monster of a build, at least as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure somebody else out there has other builds as well, and that's what's fantastic about Warframe. You can basically do whatever you want, and it all works out in the end. But here we go. Here is my Hunter Munitions crit build. I have Serration 1 from max. You'll notice I do have the capacity to actually max out that Serration. I don't have the endo. Again, I've blown through like 10,000 endo. At least, actually more than that. Probably like close to 20,000 endo since my last Warframe episode, just a couple days ago. That's how quickly I blow through endo. Like, because I'm so new to the game still, and I'm getting all, you know, new mods and testing things out, and my cat's making a ton of noise in the background. Sorry about that. But I've got Serration 1 from max. Like I said, you could max it out, so keep that in mind. But all my comparisons will be using the same Serration mod. So also keep that in mind. But we got Serration, Vital Sense, Hunter Munitions, Stormbringer, and Infected Clip, giving me Corrosive. Vigilante Armaments to give me that sexy multi-shot, along with Split Chamber. And then we have, of course, Point Strike, because it is a crit build. So we'll go show you what this build can do right meow. Now, the Tiberon Prime does have 3 fire modes. You can fire it in burst, like that. You can fire it in semi-automatic, like that. Or you can go full auto. So it's kind of a jack of all trades, but it definitely is pretty close to being the master on that. Oh no, why? Anyway, here's the burst. The enemies just fall over. They just fall over with this gun. These are level 100 corrupted heavy gunners, by the way. So they've got quite a bit of armor. And this build just chews through them. So let's count how many bullets it actually takes. We have 24 left in the mag, so keep that in mind. And granted, I mean, if you fire faster, you are going to chew through a little bit more ammo, because you might miss, like I did if you're a potato. Or, you know, the dots tick down, and if you miss a crit or something, or miss a headshot, that can take it into effect as well. But the next build is for status. Now you'll notice with the gun that it does have 3 firing modes, and the 3 different firing modes have different crit and status chances. Now the status chance for the burst fire and semi-automatic fire are the lowest of the 2. Burst is kind of like the in-between. It's it has the middle road as far as crit and status go. And actually, the burst fire is the best, like the most efficient mode with the weapon. If you want to be super accurate, you can use semi-automatic. That is the highest crit chance, potentially. And you can use automatic if you're going for status. And the reason why I labeled this 99.5% is because if you see here, under automatic, the status chance is 99.5%. I was going to see if I could get 100. I could, if I switched out Stormbringer to a different mod I actually have. But you would lose out on a little bit of damage. Actually, no, I don't have it. I have thermite rounds. I don't have that one yet, but I could if I had the mod that gives you electricity and status chance, but no has. You could get over 100%, so that's like the only way to make the status build better, in my opinion. I am using split chamber and vigilante armaments for that sexy multi-shot. We've got the same duration, one from max. We got a malignant force and a stormbringer, bringing us a corrosive, and then we've got thermite rounds giving us heat, and then you'll see here status chance, status chance, status chance, status chance. Yeah, a lot of status chance. Plus the multi-shot does give you an increase to status chance as well. So most of the mods on this weapon right now give us status chance. In fact, the only one that doesn't are Stormbringer and Serration. But we're going to go test out this build. It's not as high of damage output as the other one I just showed you, my crit build. However, if you don't have Hunter Munitions, this would be the way to go. See there, the dual status already taken effect, even on burst fire. But it is kind of hard. It is harder to hit them because they're flailing around absolutely everywhere with being on fire. And if you want to go for maximum status, you're going to have to go into the automatic. And it actually did kill that target quicker in automatic as well. But if you want to maximize your status potential, going into automatic mode with the status build is definitely the way to go. And like I said, if I had a different mod, the mod that gives you status chance to electricity, you could get this build over 100%. And that actually might make this build very, very, very powerful. But I just don't have that yet. So, plus my other build is amazing. So we're gonna check that one out right now, which is my Hunter Munition crit status build. So going from my 99.5 build to my Hunter Munitions crit status build, going to the bottom, you'll see we are going from 99.5 to 92.2. We're losing our heat, but we are gaining a ton of crit. So if you go up to here to burst, we're going from 28% to 70% crit chance, from 86.4% status down to 72.1. But we gain Hunter Munitions, and we get a lot of crit. So in this build, we're using the same Serration, one from max, split chamber, and vigilante armaments again. Malignant force and the Stormbringer bringing us corrosive, hammer shot, Hunter Munitions. So let's go see what this build can do. Oh, I did not reset the enemies. My bad. And kill enemies, simulate. The Simulacrum thing is just awesome. Just amazing. You know what else is amazing is this build. So we have 18 left in the mag there. But I missed a couple shots when the enemy was flinching really hard. So, like there. But you see, you get orange crits with this build. And my frame right now, although can really pump out the damage with a weapon, with a primary weapon or a secondary weapon, not buffing the crit or anything right now. So you get a crit buffing mod or frame or crit kitty or something, and you're going to be doing some real damage with this weapon. And in fact, this time to kill is even better than a similar Soma Prime build, which I'm going to show off here right now, just comparing. The builds are exactly the same. The mods are out of order, but it's the same. So you got Malignant Force, Split Chamber, Vigilante Armament, Stormbringer, Point Strike, Hunter Munitions, Serration, one from Max, and Hammer Shot. So, I think the reason why this is kind of a worse weapon than the Tiberon Prime is that status chance is lower, and I mean it does fire a lot more rounds downrange. But then you also have the fact that the I didn't spawn the enemies in again. It's fine. There's more over here. The reload's a lot slower with this weapon. So we have 139 left in the mag. Not bad. It is a very, very good build for the Soma Prime as well. But the time to kill is a little bit quicker with the Tiberon Prime using this build. Come back here. That's right. Corpse can fall off the edge. So yeah, that is why the Tiberon Prime has got to... Oh, okay, fail. It's got to be my new favorite weapon as far as primaries go. Now, I do have... Oh, that's my Mesa. Derp. I do have a regular crit build for Hunter Munitions, but again, you can get almost the same out of this. So, it's a good build for both weapons. Personally, I think it's a little bit better for the Tiberon. And the Tiberon overall is just an amazing gun. But let me know what you think of my builds in the comment section down below. I'm going to end this episode here because my throat is not cooperating with me right now, but that is going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have anything to say, comment section down below. Do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time.